Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another Stitch With Me video. So what has been going on with me this week? Well, as you can see, I am still working on the Glendon Place, A Haunting Household. Now, I have not worked on this since the last time I did a Stitch With Me video because I decided to work on a Halloween ornament that I really have been wanting to do as a scrapbook layout. So I've been doing that. But I like working on something on my Stitchmate when I'm doing these Stitch With Me videos. It's just easier and you guys can see it. And I realize I don't have a needle. What the hell? Really, right now? Okay, I have to pause and grab a needle and I'll be right back. How is it even possible I did not have a needle? I don't even know what to say to that. But okay. Halloween night. Halloween was last week. Halloween night, I actually had off on Halloween, which was nice. So, Halloween night, I come back in. Oh, I'm going to warn you, there's going to be language in this video. I know I'm going to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this, my parental advisory thing. Okay. So, Halloween night, we come in from handing out candy because we get so many trick-or-treaters that we have to sit outside. We sit in our driveway because we would be constantly at the door for 2 hours. So we come in and my husband's getting ready to go to bed and I said, you know, I'm going to go in and check my email and do all that. Well, I also check, you know, I check comments on my YouTube videos all the time because YouTube is not very good at letting you know when people leave comments. So I actually go to my videos, especially when I've just uploaded one, you know, a couple times in the next few days to check comments. Well, I see I have a comment from Caroline of Off the Grid Needle Arts. And she's like, look, this Flosstube channel on YouTube called Hazarat, I think it was. Wait a minute, I'm looking. Yeah, Hazarat uploaded one of your videos to their channel and said it was it was theirs. I was like, what the fuck? And I actually said that out loud and my husband's like, what's going on? So I tell him and I'm like, oh no. It was the one I had done with how to stitch on perforated paper. So I went through and reported it as a copyright violation. And believe it or not, they also had one of Caroline's. That's probably how she found out. Someone let her know. And then they had one of Priscilla and Chelsea. So I was just outraged. Like, I spend a lot of time. Now, I'm not an expert on cross stitch by any stretch of the imagination. Any video I do that's a tutorial or a product review or anything, it is just how I see the product or how I do the tutorial. Not an expert. But I spend a lot of time recording, editing, uploading. To have someone take it? No. So I put a post on Stitchmania and was like, I'm saddened and angry that this happened. And I had a bunch of people comment that said, oh, it's happened in the past. And I'm like, huh? So, I kept checking the channel the next couple of days. And as far as I can tell, the channel's gone now. Like, it finally was taken down. Ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how you can put someone else's videos on your channel and say they're yours. I was just, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting here. So, there was that. Then, I'm trying to think what date this was. I don't even know. it was Thursday. So Halloween was Tuesday. So I think this happened Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Now, I'll tell you, my normal routine in the morning during the week, my husband gets up at 4:15 in the morning. I get up with him and make his lunch, tend to our dog, and then I will go back to bed till about 7 or 7:30 because normally my jobs don't start until 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. So this particular day, and I also, when I get back in bed, I will look at my phone. I will check email. I will check comments on videos. I will check Instagram to see if I have anything on there. So I'm like half awake though when I'm doing that, right? It's like 4:30 in the morning by that time. So this particular day, I see I have a Facebook message from a fellow Stitcher. And it's a meme, which it was a picture of angel wings. And it said she conquered her demons and wore her scars like wings. And that quote is attributed to Atticus. So this particular person said, "This reminded me of you and thought you might like this." Now, I don't know about you, but I receive on a daily basis many messages through social media, whether it's Facebook message, email, Instagram, YouTube, a bunch of stuff every day. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to stop. Most of the time it's in the middle of my workday, to stop and really write a long drawn out diatribe, to people. Now, if you ask me a direct question, however, I will answer it. I've stopped what I'm doing and given fabric recommendations, and I have no problem doing that. I appreciate, people trusting my opinion for what they're going to do with their project. So what I tend to do sometimes with memes like that, I will just give the thumbs up. You know how you can do the Facebook thumbs up? So that's what I did responding to this person's message. Wow, are you ready to hear their response? Now, I woke up at 7:30 and noticed they had sent me back a response. You're gonna love this. Their response was, and I'm quoting, I have a picture of it right next to me so I can read it, quote to you. "Wow, you are literally the most rude person I have ever met. I'm trying to say your demons are your cancer and you wear it with grace, not some fucking Bible verse, because I know you don't believe in them. But you could have said thank you for that or something nice and instead a thumbs up. No wonder you're a bitch. And you sure as hell feel victimized because you tried to use it to your advantage to get free things. I have been in your same shoes. I'm just trying to be a nice person. So I will gladly delete you now." When I read that, now that was the first thing I looked at in the morning. That morning when I got up at 7:30, I had to do a double take. First off, I thought that was a way overreaction to me giving a thumbs up. Okay. So, I don't know what now this is a she. I don't know what she's talking about as far as me not believing in Bible verses. I believe in God, for sure. I don't know what that means. And, I'm trying to think of how I want to word this. I think the most hurtful thing about the entire message is not that she called me a bitch or said I was a rude person, but that once again, someone is saying that I'm using my cancer to get free stuff. I think that really what has bothered me in the whole message, because I'm here to tell you, I did not share my journey in my Flosstube videos to get free gifts from everyone. Not at all. I shared my journey because I cannot separate, this is me, I cannot separate my life from my stitching. I think it would have been pretty odd if I would have come on these videos eventually and had no hair. You would have been like, what the hell? Why don't you have any hair? And it's also sort of a journal. You know, I can go back and watch any of those videos and see where I was in my journey at that point. And, you know, I don't have to sit here and defend myself to anybody. I'm just saying. So I was so in disbelief about that. And of course, when I told my husband, he said I should have went and ripped her a new asshole. And I said, I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy for that. And I'm not going to stoop to her level. When someone has an opinion like that about you, nothing that you say is going to change their mind. I don't think anything I would have written back to this person would have done any good. And you would have thought, as a fellow breast cancer survivor, that she would have sympathy as far as... I'm amazed. Now, I know some people obviously do not like the thumbs up. What's your thought on the thumbs up? Do you hate it? I really was not malicious when I sent that thumbs up. To me, it's an acknowledgement of your post. Like, hey, cool, thanks. Instead of me actually typing out those words. So, yeah. I blocked her on Facebook. I blocked her on Instagram because I went on Instagram that same day and was astounded to figure out that I had actually followed her, and no, that's not happening. So, yeah, she's been blocked on all kinds of social media platforms. And you know what's even funnier about it is that we have messaged back and forth before. She had sent me a pattern back in the beginning when I was first diagnosed. And I wrote her a really long message that was like, thank you so much. I can't imagine, you know, going through what you have gone through, because she explained her journey. And I did. I wrote her a really long message. I realize that I'm not for everybody. Everyone's not going to like me. But to say that I'm the most rude person for giving a thumbs up and that I really am a bitch, I really think that was an overreaction. So, moving on from that. But yeah, I thought you guys would like to, you know, hear that. Okay. Work has been brutal. I have worked many nights last week. I worked till 9 or 10. This week, the same thing that's been going on. We are doing an arbitration, and it is just, oh my God. So, yeah, work has been like that, and so I haven't been able to get up to... My grandfather is now in a rehab facility. I have not been able to get there, but on the weekend. It's about a half an hour or so from my house, and when I'm working till 9 or 10, that's just not happening. I just cannot get up there. It's still a really stressful time on my family because I don't know if you guys have ever had experiences with rehab facilities. They're not the best care as far as knowing what to do. My grandfather has a trach and he has a feeding tube. So my mom is literally up there all day and night to make sure he is getting what he needs. And yeah, it's really stressful. This week he's been doing better as far as getting therapy. And they do, like, respiratory therapy comes in and does tests to see if he can get the trach out. I think he is actually somewhat close to getting it out. If he can get the trach out and then get the feeding tube out, 90% of the bullcrap that my mom has been dealing with there will be alleviated. So, prayers for that. And just, I mean, my mom sent me a picture of him she had taken, and I just busted out crying sitting at my desk the other day, because it has just, so much has been going on with my family in the past month or so. And to see my grandfather in that position is so heartbreaking, because he was just always such a strong person and was a very influential person in my life growing up, as I've said many times before on my channel. But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So I do have a tag to do. It is the couples 1, 2, 3 tag. So I will be talking about things with me and my husband. Some of these are going to be funny because I looked at the questions beforehand. There's only 10 questions, so this is going to be a shorter Stitch With Me video than my last one was. Probably. Okay. Question number 1. If your husband could be married to a movie star, who would it be? He's not a movie person, so I don't really have someone for that. And then to answer it for me, if I could be married to a movie star, I'm going to say John Cusack. Love him. Oh my God. Loved him in High Fidelity and Say Anything. Many of the movies that he has been in. So yeah, he would be my choice. Question number 2. If your husband could be a celebrity. Oh, okay, you know what? God, I read that wrong when I read it beforehand. I'm going to change that to the first question. My husband loves Carrie Underwood. So if he could be married to a movie star or a celebrity, it would be her. He would marry her. And I say John Cusack, but I also like Patrick Dempsey. Are you kidding me? Grey's Anatomy? Derek? Please. Yeah, him too. So I have 2 for that question. Now, the second question, I thought it had originally said if your husband could be married to a celebrity, who would it be? But the question actually is, if your husband could be a celebrity, who would it be? I actually think, my husband's a fisherman, as his hobby. I think he would love to be one of those guys that do, professional fishermen. I can't think of any of their names offhand. I've actually watched some of the fishing competitions on TV. They're actually pretty interesting, believe it or not, where the guys go out in their individual boats and they're trying to catch the most weight of fish in a certain period of time. If the fish touches the bottom of the boat, there's a 2-minute penalty. He would be one of those guys, a professional fisherman that makes tons of money and just can go to all these competitions and stuff. So that's who I say he would be. Now me, if I could be a celebrity, who would I be? Good question. I don't even know how to answer that. I love so many movies and TV shows. I don't even know how to answer that. I would be someone who really enjoyed their craft and who has been fairly successful, like a Julia Roberts or a Meg Ryan, or, someone like that. I love Julia Roberts. She has been in so many different movies that I have loved. But yeah, if I could be a celebrity, I would be a YouTube celebrity for sure. I've said that a couple times. Would love to have my channel be my job and just be famous like, a Joe Santagato who has millions of viewers, subscribers, or a Jeffree Star, or Tati, or Manny MUA, you know, those kinds of people who really are celebrities in their own right in the makeup industry with their channel. So, okay, got that side done. That was pretty cool. Okay. All right. Question 3. If you've gone to 7-Eleven to get milk and decide to buy your husband a treat, what did you buy? I bought him a whatchamacallit. That is his favorite candy bar. Yeah, so hands down, that's what. Now, what he would get me? Flaming Hot Cheetos. I have a serious addiction to those. Now, I have not bought them in a while, but yeah, that's the first thing. He would buy me a big bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos. Yeah. Love those things. They'll melt your face off, but man, they're good. So good. Okay. Question number 4. What percentage of housework would your husband say that they do? Housework? He does cook dinner every night. I'm going to say 10%. Because, you know, I do the other 90%. He takes care of our cars and anything on the outside. He does the lawn, our deck, flowers, he weeds the garden, all that. Yeah, I do the inside, he does the outside. Okay, number 5. Wait a minute, let me get my thread situated here. I keep hitting the camera tripod. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This project is so awesome. And I actually found a company online that will do custom-sized canvases. Because the size I want for this project, they don't make it like for Michaels or Hobby Lobby. So I actually bought a custom-sized canvas for it online and just got it the other day, and I'm so pleased. So, okay. Question number 5. If your husband could choose one thing for you to get rid of, what would it be? One thing? I don't know, because I'm not a hoarder. Like, I mean, I have a lot of craft stuff, but see, I don't have a lot of stuff laying around. Like, I keep my stuff pretty neat. Now him, it's really easy. I would like him to get rid of some of his clothes. I don't know how your husbands are, but my husband wears like 3 t-shirts and he has about 300. So I'm always after him to clean out the closet because our closet is so small. It's so packed. And he has so much stuff in it. My God. Yeah, so that's what I would say. Number 6. What is your husband's most repeated sentence or phrase? When you're talking to him on the phone, he'll say, "Oh, man." Like, he'll do that if there's like a lull in the conversation. And it's so funny he says that, but he does. He will say that a lot. Now me, please. Nope. Say that a whole lot. And I also say, "Are you kidding me right now?" I have like a bunch of stuff I say all the time. Like, please. Nope. I say nope a whole lot. Okay. Whoops, I was getting ready to just make a mistake there. Okay. What is your husband's most used cuss word? Oh, the F word for sure. Just like me. We're both F word people. Say it all the time around the house. All the time. I do not say it. I'm conscious when I leave this house. Like, I don't say it in the presence of my parents. I think my dad would be appalled to hear the language that comes out of my mouth. And I'm also really conscious when I am in stitching company. You know, not everybody likes to hear those sorts of words. So yeah, I try to get a feel of how everyone else likes to talk, you know. I don't want to offend anybody. But yeah, F word all the way. Okay, number 8. What is your husband's ultimate favorite movie? My husband is not a movie person, but he likes the movie Crank, which, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Holy crap. Jason Statham, I think that's who it is. He takes this stuff and if he stops taking, oh no, he takes this stuff and until he finds the antidote, he has to keep like his adrenaline going or he'll die. Yeah, it's total guy movie. But he also likes a lot of Christmas movies. Like his favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We watch that every year. But yeah, like I said, he's not a movie person. Me, I'm the movie person. And I've said this before on my channel, my favorite movie, hands down, of all the movies I've ever seen, is Shawshank Redemption with Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. I've literally seen that movie 50 times, if not more. Love, love, love that movie. I'm counting. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think 4 and 4. I love stitching letters, and I love that each of these have a different typography. Yeah, I'm really going to enjoy this project. Okay, question number 9. A meteor just hit. You've saved everything important. What would your husband go back to get? What would he go back to get? I actually think he would probably... I wanted to say he would grab some of his fishing stuff, but I don't even really think he would do that. I think he would actually probably try to grab the pictures of his daughter that we have in our hallway. We have like a whole wall of just her school pictures and stuff. I really think he would try to save that. Or maybe his mom's chair that we have. We also have a hope chest that was in her house. Those are the only 2 pieces of furniture that we kept when she passed. So I'm thinking any number of those things. Now, what would I save? I would save a big wedding collage that I made of our wedding pictures. Definitely that, because that wouldn't be replaceable. And then I would try to grab as much stitching as I could. Not the patterns and fabric. I would try to grab as much stitching off the walls as I could that I got framed. Okay, last question. One minute. 2. The saying opposites attract is true because me and my husband are opposite at blank. Oh boy. We actually are pretty opposite in a lot of ways. It works though. I mean, we have some common ground, but you know, I try to say to my husband, look, do you want to marry somebody who's exactly like you? Because I figured that would be pretty boring. But yeah, we're opposites in a whole lot of ways, but we balance each other. Sometimes it can be frustrating trying to, you know, figure out stuff to do that we both like, but we both love camping. So soon, and I don't know when, we hope to acquire another camper once he retires maybe, and do that as our vacations, because when we had the camper we really liked it. But yeah, and I'm sure a lot of you, you know, your spouse is different than you. Like I said, it would be really boring. At least I think it would be. Okay, we're almost at the half-hour mark, so that's probably not a bad place to stop. I almost have an entire letter stitch, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for listening to me talk again and watching this Stitch With Me video. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.